I know you're somewhere.
The announcement of Ninja moving to Microsoft and Mixer was a monumental thing, and kudos to him. But also, it brought attention to Microsoft, mainly Mixer's dress code and code of conduct when it comes down to their streamers and their attire. Now, for one, the dress code is appropriate because, of course, they're branding themselves as a family-friendly gaming streaming platform, which in, Intel should be that case. This is what makes Mixer and Twitch two different platforms. If we recall how Twitch was when it first was, the conception of Twitch was a platform for gamers. Unfortunately, it took some turns and diverted into something completely different. Now, of course, there are some people who feel that Mixer's dress code is a little too strict. Some feel that it's a little too overzealous and too, I guess, sexist towards female streamers. But this is what differs between Mixer and Twitch. If anyone who knows, and I've been well aware of Mixer because, of course, it was an Xbox platform. It was introduced on Xbox, so therefore, we myself have been synonymous with the platform. But other than that, I feel like those who have the issue with the dress code are the ones who are streaming on Twitch, and they're allowed to stream to wear whatever they want on stream uh, with no restrictions. And again, you have to understand this is a platform that is presenting itself as family friendly. And if you look at it from a standpoint of business and marketing, anyone who is presenting themselves as a family friendly platform is looking for investors. Investors are looking for a platform they can trust and be sure that their products are being placed in a friendly environment. So streamers who are advocate against the dress code and adhere to what Mixer has to say in their dress code of conduct, it just shows how much the difference between Mixer and Twitch is, where Mixer does follow their guidelines to the T, and Twitch unfortunately don't have that consistency when it comes down to the rules and regulations and enforcing those rules and regulations. It definitely is night and day, and I think this is just one clear example of why I think a lot of people who are on Twitch feel the way they feel, and I don't blame them. I feel there is a double standards when it comes down to their streamers. Some are allowed to get away with things that most aren't. I think Mixer, again, and this is not me advocating for Mixer. I'm just giving you my opinion on what I see, and being that I've watched many of Mixer's streamers, and I can see that that platform is made for gamers by gamers, and the atmosphere and environment is clearly what streaming should be, and it's focused on the games and and hearsay. It's not it shouldn't be focused on the individual, but of course the individual is important, but mainly the main focus should be the game, not what the person's wearing, or the attire should not be the distraction from the stream. If your outfit is more of the focus, then your streams aren't focused on gaming. It's focused on other means. And I think that's why some of these news outlets are discussing and saying that Twitch Mixer's dress code is a little too strict, and it's like it's not strict. If you are coming again, think of it like this from a business standpoint. If you are a company and you're trying to market yourself to advertisers who are looking to add put money into your pocket, and you want more revenue, are you going to put someone who's streaming with, half their bust showing? No, you're not gonna put them in the forefront. You're not gonna put them in a position to be the face of your platform. You're not gonna put them in a situation where one mishap or mistake can make investors and advertisers look at you differently. No, you're going to adhere, and you're going to try to appease those investors, those advertisers, to say, hey, look, we have people who are family friendly. We have creators who are of a good brand, who can be branded very well, and who can be who can be the face of Mixer. Now, with that being said, Mixer has put themselves in a prime position, signing Ninja to a exclusivity deal with their platform. Definitely does open doors for other streamers who are unhappy with Twitch, who are unhappy with the treatment that they're getting on that platform. And if you are happy and satisfied with Twitch, kudos to you. But I see that on Mixer there are plenty people who stream and who have very, very great communities, because again, that platform focuses only on gaming. Now, yes, there are other areas of Mixer that exist. There are other sections, but mainly the gaming platform of Mixer is where it's at, and I think that's what Microsoft and Xbox is pushing, is their gaming platform. Yes, there are other platforms that exist on Mixer, but this is where they want their investors to be at, their advertisers to be at, is on the gaming portion of Mixer. And I thought, maybe I just chime in and share my opinions on the situation, because I think it's very funny how you have people who are of the different opposite sex, who's complaining about the platform of Mixer and their dress code, and who clearly you can tell if you watch their streamers and look at the people who are complaining about this, they're the ones who are streaming on Twitch, and clearly, they're the outfits are more of the focal point than the actual game itself, or the actual content that they're producing itself. And Mixer is the total opposite. The content is the is the creator and the games that they're playing, and that should be always the focal point. If you're a streamer, whether you're in any case, whether it be on Mixer or whether it be on Twitch, your stream should be the focal. Your game should be the focal point, and you should be the moderator or the narrator of that platform. You are the star, but your game is the showcase, basically, right? So I thought that was kind of interesting to take a look at, and definitely try to break down some of the issues that most people tend to look at, and especially the ones who are complaining about the whole dress code situation. It's very ironic that they're the ones complaining, but yet what platform are they? If you don't like the platform for what it stands for, then don't use it. Why are you making a big deal of a platform that you're clearly not on? You're not on Mixer, you're on Twitch. So why does their rules and regulations hurt you? Unless you're one of the people who saw the switch that Ninja made and said, hey, you know what? Maybe I can go on Mixer. But then you read the code of conduct in their outfit guidelines, which they clearly break down, and it's so it's so simple to understand what they're saying. They clearly broke it down to a degree where it tells you the breakdown of T for teens, where it's teen rated streams, 18 plus, and then for everyone where it's you're more friendly. There's not a lot of strong language being spoken. The 18 plus, there that you are saying a couple of swear words, but not to the point where it's definitely R rated. But there's a couple of dams and shits being said. But all other than that, yeah, the dress code is not the issue. The dress code is there for a reason. It keeps everyone on an even footing, and your content basically tells should be the overall giveaway. It's your content, not what you wear that distracts from your content. And I think that's why majority of these people who are complaining about the dress code is looking at it like this. They're looking at it from, I want to wear revealing things and not in stream, but your content is not the focal point. Your outfit is the focal point. You are catering to you're catering and pandering to a group of people who only come to your streams to look at what you're wearing, not what you're playing, or not what you're discussing, not the topics of the gaming and the games that you're on your streams. You're not engaging in any activities that promote gaming on your channel. You're streaming with an outfit that's low cut, maybe it shows your belly, your stomach, whatever the case may be. But your outfit is the main focus. That's the problem with what's going on with Twitch right now. And there is a clear focus on what you're wearing versus what you're playing. And Mixer does not have that issue. You can go on Mixer and go into their gaming portion of the app, and you will see every person on that platform, be it male or man or woman, their streams are focused on the games. That is the clear cut difference between Mixer and Twitch. Yes, there are some Twitch streamers out there who also abide by the rules and guidelines, but there are a great deal of them that don't. And not to mention that there's a slight double standards when it comes down to the enforcement of rules and regulations for certain streamers on Twitch. That has been a underlining problem on the platform that has been brought to light now in recent weeks and months now, due to a certain situation on that platform with a particular streamer. We don't need to get into that. We all know who it is, but it does shed some light, and eventually this may be the very thing that cripples Twitch. And if more people from that platform move over to Mixer, and despite the dress code situation, and they see that they can flourish on Mixer and have a prominent, great streaming career on Mixer, then what's the harm? Following a couple of rules and regulations is not going to hurt you, because if your streams are focused on the games, clothes should not be the main focus point. Why is your outfit the main focus point? Because why? You can't wear what you want to wear because that's not your stream. Your stream highly focuses on what you're wearing. That's your main goal. Your goal is to wear things that take away from the stream and have your stream be what you're wearing versus what you're playing in the discussions in which that should be discussed, which is the games that are being showcased. So, I mean, I can go on and on. I can rant about so many things about this thing, but I think I done said enough. My time has been very well documented on this situation. So, with that being said, man, I'm gonna end this video. Time will tell. Time will tell. Mixer's in a prime position to rise to prominence within the streaming platform for gaming. Twitch is in a downward spiral as far as having the community look at it from a very, very critical lens now, an extreme critical lens, and it time will only tell what happens with Twitch if if they really do buckle down and start to uh, abide by their own rules and regulations and start treating their streamers very fair and start enforcing their laws and code of conduct. But if not, Mixer's already made and has made its face known. Um, but we'll see. With that, I'm out, man. And closing remarks, man. Your stream should be about the games and you, not your clothes. Not your clothes. Your clothes is not the main. Should not be the main focal point. Your games, your gameplay. If you're a good gamer, if you play Dota 2, if you play Fortnite, if you play Apex Legends, whatever you play, that should be the main focus of your streams. You are just the body that is there for the open commentary of your games, and that should always be the main focus point. Your game should always be the main showcase, not you. You are there, yes, to also add some flavor to it, but your gameplay should always speak for itself, not what you're wearing. If your outfit is the main thing that is being talked about, if what you're wearing is more of the overarching narrative in your streams, then you're streaming for the wrong reasons, and you know this, and I think that ultimately just is a telltale sign that you're streaming because you know that this is what is easy to do, and one, you don't got to put much effort into it, especially if you're those type of streamers who are streaming with the game itself super small and the forefront. You have gameplay, or you're watching videos, but your videos are the small portion in the left or right hand corner or bottom upper portion of your screen, but you're the main focal point. You should not be the main focal point. Your game should be the main focal point. And I know I said that this would be my last tidbit, but like I said, this is something that just irritates me, to see that people who complain about another platform's dress code because they can't dress and this brings to another point. See, what they do on Twitch, they can get away with Twitch, but they can't do that on Mixer, because again, Mixer is basically owned by Microsoft / Xbox, and so they have their code of conduct, they have their dress code, and just like their Xbox Live, there are rules and regulations they put in place. And yes, there are some who break those rules, but guess what? Those who break the rules oftentimes get reported, and if people report that account enough, that account gets investigated and gets banned. And so the same thing I would think with Mixer. If your content on that platform is that goes against their terms of service or their dress code, your channel will get hit with some kind of reprimand. You get reprimanded for that. You'll get in trouble for it. And if you get enough strikes, guess what? Your channel could be either banned. You could be either banned, or you would be put in timeout. Twitch rewards bad behavior and punishes those who follow the rules. It's backwards. That concept is backwards. You don't reward bad behavior. You don't condone it. You reprimand it. You check it. You put it in place and say, this is not what we're gonna tolerate. Your bad behavior is something that we can't do. And again, you can look at Mixer and look at all the streamers who are on there. Look at your favorite Twitch streamer. Look at the streamers on Twitch. Look at the streamers on Mixer. Night and day. You can take the chock full of women, young ladies who stream on Mixer, and look at their outfits. But look at their sub count. Look at how many people come to their channels and watch them. Versus your female streamers, and look at their outfits. But look how many. You see the clear difference. On Mixer, it's all about the gameplay, but also their ability to their sense of humor, their personality. That's the first thing that sticks out on Mixer when it comes down to the women that streams. Because I've jumped into many different Mixer streamers and watched some of their streams, and for the most part, the young ladies that stream on Mixer have an amazing personality. Their personality speaks out in their gameplay. But you go on Twitch and you see the young ladies who stream there, you tend to not. Your focus tend not to be on the screen, but what's on them, and that's the clear takeaway from that. Is the main focus is on what they're wearing versus what they're playing or what they're talking about. Because half the time they can be saying a whole bunch of nothing, but their outfit is speaking way more than what their outfit has more voice than the person within the outfit itself. Like I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Some people may get mad at me for speaking the truth, but I'm saying what it is. I'm calling it the way I see it. Plain and simple. If you don't like it, oh well. I don't pacify people. That's just my thing. I don't pacify you. I'm not here to pacify you. The truth hurts. People don't like the truth, but I'm saying it from what I'm seeing as a person who has spent time on Twitch and watched a lot of Twitch videos, and who's subbed to a lot of Twitch streamers, and who's subbed to quite a few Mixer streamers. I can tell you from looking at both spectrums, both sides of the coin, the difference between Mixer and Twitch. Clearly, there's a big difference between the two. And like I said, only time will tell. Mixer has been put in a prime position with the announcement of Ninja being exclusive to their platform and streaming on their platform, which is a great move for Mixer. It does put a lot of eyes on Mixer, and it definitely puts them in a great position to be in the forefront. Now they are in complete competition with Twitch, and I think that is what's needed, because the platform that is Twitch has fallen from grace. From what was held by gamers for gamers has now turned into a empty shell of itself, a former shell of itself, and has now been catered to those who don't really speak on games but tend to put up gameplay or have game-oriented things on their channel, but they're not really gamers. They don't play games. They kind of play these games that don't really need them to touch a keyboard or a mouse, and they just no. And the platform is just so weird. It's yeah. Again, it's double standard favoritism all the way over there on Twitch. But then it's not my place to speak on Twitch. Maybe they're getting their things together. Hopefully they do. But from what I see on Mixer and like I said, from what I've known from the platform since its conception, way back when it first got introduced, and this was during the time when I was playing, I think, Division 1. When Mixer was introduced, because I think it was called BMAC one time, but it turned Mixer, and I remember actually checking it out, and I created an account on Mixer. So, like I said, I have some time with Mixer, so I can tell you that the streams over there and the people who stream are they're good, and you can look at their sub count, you can look at their content, and their content speak for themselves. And that's the thing that's again. I know I'm harping on this, but I'm gonna keep on saying this, because people gotta understand. Your outfit should not determine how good your stream is. Your outfit should not be the determining factor. You, your gameplay, and what you bring to the table as a streamer should be the main focal point. What games you're playing should always be the top of the discussion. Your outfit should not take away from it. If your outfit is the main focal point of the game of your channel or your stream, then you're not streaming for gameplay. You're streaming for a totally different reason. And again, you can look at it and tell for those who are streaming for the pure enjoyment of the game versus those who are streaming for the pure enjoyment of knowing that they're wearing an outfit or an attire that shows off a little too much, and they know it shows a little too much, so they know that wearing this will get them the views. Wearing a short outfit that shows a belly, that shows the stomach, gets them the views. Versus relying on actual gameplay or knowledge of the games that they're playing. You don't have to be good at the game. If you have a decent knowledge about the game that you're playing, or the proper concept of what you're playing, and you can generally, guide others and talk about the content or the development cycle of the game. Prime example, for example, Fortnite is one of the biggest games on the planet right now. One of the biggest. It blew up on Twitch, and again, on Mixer, it's Fortnite, Apex Legends. Those two games are the driving forces on both platforms. But if you have people who are really good at Fortnite, your gameplay speaks for itself. Hands down, your gameplay speaks for itself. If you are a person who's good at Dota 2, your gameplay, your knowledge for the game speaks for itself. Hell, I've seen people who stream Division 2, who stream Dauntless, who stream, various other games, but their knowledge of the games speak for itself, which then includes which also brings in more views, more subscribers. People sub to your channel because you know what you're talking about. Your streams is focused on the games. You are the person who people look to, not just your presence, but your knowledge of the game and the gameplay in which you are showcasing, which reflects upon you. If you are wearing an outfit that reflects nothing of the game, but solely reflects on that and has nothing to do with you as a streamer, but your outfit is the main focal point, then you are taking away from people who truly are doing this for the love of the game. They're streaming because they love the game. They love games. They love talking to people about the games they're playing. They love introducing people to games that they've never once thought about. And you're taking away from those true content creators, those true streamers who are on a platform because they love games. They love to stream. They want to showcase their ability. And not only that, they have great personalities to boot. Again, like I said, I can go on, but I think I'm gonna end this because if I keep going, I'm just gonna get more and more upset. But with that being said, I'm done. I'm out. Have a good day, and make every day an animated one. Peace.